There is nothing quite like the feeling of watching your children play on a playground you helped to build, and it's never been easier thanks to the unique direct bolt design of Game Time play equipment that makes installation by volunteers easier than any other play system on the market. From start to finish, the process went smooth thanks to the complete instructions, special tools, and expert help that Game Time and their professional sales consultants provided. Begin the site preparation process by reviewing the detailed playground layout plans that Game Time's certified on-staff playground safety inspectors prepared for your project. Take your time and be careful when laying out the site, and remember, if you measure twice, you'll only have to dig the hole once. At this stage, it's hard to imagine there will be a finished playground here in just a few days. When it's time to dig the holes, you can either dig them by hand or utilize mechanical digging equipment. On medium to large size playgrounds, it's recommended you use mechanical digging equipment. Overall site preparation can take between 2 to 8 hours, depending on the size of your play system and the site conditions. Using a builder's level is a critical step in making sure all the holes are at their planned depth. This ensures a smooth assembly process later on. After carefully unloading the delivery truck and unpackaging the equipment, you are now ready to start assembling your playground. Each part is carefully marked with an identifying label that corresponds with the plans. Game Time's unique direct bolt process allows you to attach the platforms directly to the uprights without having to set anything in concrete ahead of time. This difference is what makes Game Time play equipment well suited to community installations like ours and makes the installation process so simple yet accurate. While the main assembly of decks and uprights continues, you can split up into smaller groups to begin pre-assembling the play components and other parts of your playground. This team approach helps get everybody involved in the assembly process regardless of their individual skill level. There are jobs of many sizes, from the assembly of roofs and tubes to the arrangement of parts and game panel pieces. When the post and platform teams have the deck sections assembled, it's time to solidify the structures by adding the enclosures and panels to the deck systems. Once the enclosures are added to the decks, it's time to start attaching the access points, such as transfer platforms and stairways. At the same time, you can begin to link the deck sections together with bridges, ramps, and overhead activities. When it's time to attach the components to the structure, that's when all the pre-assembly work begins to pay off, as you attach the assembled elements directly to the play structure. It's usually at this stage of completion that the finished shape of the play structure begins to emerge, and the volunteers begin to feel a real sense of accomplishment. Now it's time for the important detail work of plumbing the posts, leveling the decks, and double-checking all the connections before the concrete arrives. On most projects, it makes sense to have the concrete pre-mixed and delivered to the job site. On this project, we were fortunate enough to have a concrete pumping truck, saving us the time and energy of hauling the concrete in wheelbarrows. All that was left was to backfill the holes, and the assembly process was complete. On day 3, with the equipment installed and set, it's time to install the edging for our loose fill surfacing material. Here we're installing Game Time's play curbs, carefully exceeding the minimum use zones around the equipment. Once the edging is complete, it's important to place your geotextile fabric to protect the engineered wood fiber from the soil below. Spreading the wood fiber surfacing is a straightforward process that most people of all ages and abilities can help with. The surfacing installation is a great way to give even more volunteers an opportunity to participate in the project. Finally, the playground is complete, and the grand opening brought local press and officials out, as well as members of our volunteer team. The sense of accomplishment and community had everybody getting in the spirit, but the most excited guests were the children, as they played for the first time on their new Game Time playground. In the end, the unique design of Game Time play equipment and superior assistance we received made our community installation project go more smoothly than anyone imagined. And the finished playground is something that children will enjoy for a long time to come. We learned it wasn't just the children who benefited from this playground project, but also our entire community.